What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We back here with some more DPS. This time we checking out his Batman Rap Vengeance, and we got the homie GoldenEMP on here. Looks like he was finally able to send some stuff into DPS because I know that he was sick. So I'm super excited to jump into this. DPS did say that he layered this with some textures, or he at least tried to make it feel like audibly that we are actually in Gotham City. So all of us are familiar with Batman, so hopefully he kind of hits that stride with that feeling anyways. Let's go ahead and shut up and turn it up, baby. Oh, and I haven't seen the movie yet, but, you know, spoilers, I don't really care. I feel like with something like this, what we got? Chorus, GoldenEMP, okay. I feel like with something like this, you know, since we've seen so many Batman movies, you should be able to get it without having to see the actual movie, you know?
You lurking in the dark, huh? Well, I was born in it, molded by it. And life hits hard, and many can't see any light through the bulging eyelids. Things used to be so easy. Then you grow up and the smoke, it rises. When the hope and dies, it all goes left where the road and the fork collides. Hell, go wherever I've been. Always felt the dark on the inside, plotting my end. You think that I wear a mask, but the mask that I wear is the one on my skin. Maybe if I had another lifetime, I could repay every one of my sins. Well, I don't have the time, so maybe I'll just work on my debt. Demon in the shadows, yeah, I got it like that. Gotta run it, now they on the right track. They just try to run it, then they run it right back. Think they keeping up, but they ain't on the right lap. What they don't see is magnified to me. Think they doing something that's the saddest sight to see. The world doesn't need order. What the world needs to see is the bad inside the beam.
Don't feel what you can change. Trapped inside my head. I'm falling, but I feel calm.
Okay.
Found my way in a city that lost it. DNA could be feeling like Gotham. Yeah. I guess I'm healing from the scars. Yeah. Do you feel safe inside the dark? Yeah. There's only rage inside my heart. Yeah. I guess I'm fighting in the dark.
I just keep running and
Okay. There's a whole lot to talk about right here, man. So very interesting, right? We all know that DPS, you know, his skills and everything he can do when he comes to producing is just absolutely insane, right? So whenever we're listening to something, what I like to think about is what's not there, right, as opposed to what's there, because I would believe that when it comes to producing, your ability to directly zero in on on the feeling or whatever that you're trying to produce is more important than seeing just how many sounds or how skilled you are. Okay. With that being said, I want to talk about the lack of, I don't want to say dynamics, but the lack of a whole lot of stuff in here, right? So especially, I mean, we still got another minute or so to go with this, but just off the beginning, right? Very, very minimalistic, if you will, right? I really love that chorus. Of course, how it's coming in, right? It's there, but it gives me that sense of church, right? Not that interesting, right? I don't know why I'm getting that sense of church. And of course, that's why I'm sitting there trying to think like vengeance, church. I'm thinking of sorrow, like when I hear that chord, like, ooh, right? And so this is vengeance. So when I think about that chorus, I'm thinking of like trials, right? It's trying to overcome, like that type of stuff that you would sit back and just hum if you're in sorrow, you know, because here's the there ain't nothing you can do about what's going on right now. So I just got to kind of go through with it. You know what I mean? So, but it's crazy that he's only doing like ooh, but it carries so much weight in the song, and I think it's because we don't have much else going on in the back. And then GoldenEMP starts singing a whole lot of emotion in there. You guys know how hard it is to sing with emotion and not, you know, feel. I mean, you might feel silly, but not have it come out as like whack, right? That's actually kind of difficult, because when you singing and you sing with this emotion, you got to be feeling it. You know, like you sitting there, you singing to somebody trying to woo them. So GoldenEMP does a really, really good job with that. But yeah.
Don't feel what you can change. Trapped
that bass, it sounds like it's a Reese bass. Like this is very bass heavy, right? So I mean, I think it's bass heavy right now. I got these headphones in, and I'm sitting here trying to think about like drum and bass for some reason, how they put emphasis on a bass. Now that's because they want to go like really, really hardcore. I mean, in this case, the tempo is like really, really slowed down. So that can give you that sense of darkness, especially the way that it's kind of mixed. I think it's like in the background. Let's see.
Inside my head, I'm falling.
Almost seems like the higher one almost kind of looks like it's taking a backseat to the sub, right? So darkness, heaviness, right? That's what we got going on. It's that it's almost like guilt or like a burden type of sound.
Remember, I feel calm. Found my way in a city that lost it. DNA could be feeling like Gotham. I guess I'm healing from the scars. Do you feel safe inside the dark?
That boy got them Trey songs. Ooh, yes, going in there.
There's only rage inside my heart. I guess I'm fighting in the dark.
I just keep running and running. The punches they land, but the feeling is numbing. I'm crying for help. I just want to feel something. I bury myself so I don't have to look in the mirror.
See, that's what I was talking about. And now that we got some more lyrics context, see, I was listening to what DPS was saying at the beginning and everything, but most of my focus was to the music. And I was telling you guys that the chorus, right, that we hear that ooh sounds like you singing like the blues or whatnot. You know what I mean? Like this is, I got something on my mind. I can do something about it, but I can't do anything about it. You know what I mean? So I got to do what I can. It's that sorrow in there, but I don't know. Maybe it's the way that it's mixed. It's just carrying so much of the weight of this song. But then, you know, we have those lyrics and everything where he says punching and numbing and everything. So kind of get you a sense that he's trying to overcome this, but nothing's working.
I just keep running and running. The punches they land, but the feeling is numbing. I'm crying for help. I just want to feel something. I bury myself so I don't have to look in the mirror and look at the man I'm becoming. I'm closer to them than the people I bump in. I think how they do, so I know how to hunt them. I see them in me, and I hate that I love it. I hate that I love it. I hate that I love it. And vengeance is wrong, but I tense at the subject. My hand makes a fist, and I bent and I bludgeon. I swinging at them, and I swing for my mother. I swing for my father, and those who would touch them. I swing so your dad makes it home for your supper. I pray they get old when you tell them you love them, and that's why I fight in the darkest of dungeons. It's home to me.
Let me tell you something, man. Something that I've been really kind of zero in on Daddyphatsnaps, and honestly, I think it didn't really start until like his Venom rap. Like if any of the songs that I have on repeat, it's probably his Venom rap because of just how many changes and dynamics he takes his voice through, especially like the last 40 seconds of that song where he kind of gets that grunt and that grit in his voice and everything. And his Yonko rap as well. Like I had those on repeat for quite a while because just that energy, like he's really good at mangling his voice, kind of really bring that energy, bring that connection in. Like he does a really good job at everything. So again, that was interesting when he said, you know, he see himself in these type of people. He said, I know about you. That's why I'm able to hunt you. Right. So it's like one of them things where he said in his Tengen rap, right? When he says, you know, how I know you a demon. What did he say? He said, you know, I'm a demon. So that's how I know you not a demon or something like that. Right. You know, say so it's not necessarily relatable, but you get it.
My father and those who would touch him, I swing so your dad makes it.
Run that back.
Them that don't land, but the feeling is numbing. I'm crying for help. I just want to feel something. I bury myself so I don't have to look in the mirror and look at the man I'm becoming. I'm closer to them than the people I bump in.
Yeah.
I think how they do, so I know how to hunt them.
Right
I
there.
see them in me, and I hate that I love it. I hate that I love it. I hate that I love it. And vengeance is wrong, but I tense at the subject.
So he hit that where he said, I hate that I love it. I hate that I love it. I hate that I love it. Right? Repetition. That kind of gives you that sense of that, you know, what's like going on in his head, like chaos and everything. So I love that. I love that.
I love it, and vengeance is wrong, but I tense at the subject. My hand makes a fist, and I bent and I bludgeon. I swinging at them, and I swing for my mother. I swing for my father, and those who would touch them. I swing so your dad makes it home for your supper. I pray they get old when you tell them you love them, and that's why I fight in the darkest of Just is home to me. Stay down in the slums where the soldiers be. I be sending takedowns like I own the beat. Feel the anticipation, no home, but I own these streets. All it cost was my soul to sow these seeds. Shut the pain deep down, yeah, woe is me. If my dad saw me now, would he even know it's me? Damn, would he even notice me?
And that just goes to show, you know, obviously, you know, vengeance is it's a double-edged sword. I think sometimes it may help you, but well, not even a double-edged sword. I feel like it'll definitely, because we all know Batman's story and everything. When he said, "I'm not swinging, am I swinging for my mother?" The thing is that Batman, you know, lost. You know, this could be a really nice story, like cautionary story where no amount of like if you lose something, no amount of work's going to kind of help you get over it. And what ends up happening is if you don't go through those like stages of depression, or if you go about them wrong, you can find yourself, you know, either becoming something that you don't even recognize anymore, right? Staring in the mirror, don't even know who he is, hate that he love it, or well, that's pretty much it. You become somebody that you don't even recognize, and all of a sudden you start doing all these type of things, and you take on a new identity. Like, not even talk about Batman, just yourself, right? If you can't deal with the loss or deal with something, if you can't deal with the loss or you know deal with something properly, then you end up turning into something else. So I think that's what happened with Batman. Obviously, is that he became, you know, for the most part, not necessarily murder. Like villainary type of stuff, but he became that type of person that he didn't like, you know what I'm saying? Because he couldn't deal with that vengeance. So when Daddyphatsnaps comes in and he says, you know, I swing for my mother and all that and everything, he's doing this because he hasn't got over it, right? He's taken that pain that he's felt and he's turned it into a weapon. And unfortunately, this has no end path, right? It doesn't. It's just a continuous journey of pain and sorrow, which again leads to that whole ooh, right? Okay.
You can change. Trapped inside my head. I'm falling, but I feel calm. Found my way.
He found solace in this.
I guess I'm healing from the scars. Inside the dark, there's only rage inside my heart. I guess I'm fighting in the dark.
You know, you know what? I just realized something. I'm hearing those hi-hats there in the background. Actually, let me go back. How prominent were those? Okay, it's not even that. It's the rolls right there, the way he mixed it. Almost kind of give you that sense of like bat wings fluttering, and then you hear like metal jingling and everything, which I guess can kind of give you that sense of Gotham City metal and everything, because you know it's a pretty dirty city and everything. What do they model Gotham after? Detroit. But yeah, so you know, very interesting stuff, right? So I think like if I was to sum this whole entire thing up, obviously, you know, Batman, or if we're looking at some type of undertone, is that if you ever try to seek like vengeance for anything, and you go about it the wrong way, well, then you might find solace in that type of, in whatever you use, but it's for the most part, it's a coping mechanism. And you get too used to it, and you end up changing into somebody that you don't even recognize anymore. And now you don't even know what you're doing because you're in too deep and you can't change. You done committed these things. It's better to just keep rolling it on, because if you have to face it head first, that might drive you even crazier. So awesome stuff, man. I know this is a long video. Had trouble getting my words into place, but hopefully you guys got it. That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.